how to restore black plastic trim on your car. Let's go. On the Mazda behind me, we see a lot of black textured plastic parts. Here on the rear bumper, on the rear arches, some trim panels everywhere. And we can see they are a little bit stained over time. The car is still relatively new, it's from 2022. In these 4 years we can see that the plastic has got a little bit stainy over time. The car is standing outside always. So we're gonna try to detail this rear bumper. First we're gonna clean it with Koch Chemie's Greenstar. Then we're gonna prep it with D Con's IPA. And then we're gonna apply Koch Chemie's Hydroplast Care to see how that finish will go on this textured rear bumper. So enough said, let's go. So to have a good comparison, tape off half the rear bumper with some masking tape from HPX. So then I've got here a bucket of clean water with me, filled with a blue mid-slide. And then let's open up a bag for a clean melamine sponge, also called Wonder Sponge. So I prepared Koch Chemie's Greenstar with a dosing cap 1 to 5 in this dilution bottle. Soak in my melamine sponge. First of all, I want to clean the surface to make sure it's all old dressings or gels and dirt is gone. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of Greenstar on my melamine sponge, as well as I'm gonna do it on the rear bumper. And then I'm gonna start agitating it. You can already see the difference. A good preparation is very important. So when we have this dirty layer already on our melamine sponge, then we're gonna scrub it over the mid-slide. Make sure we proceed with a clean section. Oh, I forgot to spray in a little bit of Greenstar. So important is to rinse often, to make sure that the melamine sponge stays as clean as possible. Let me get a towel, wipe all the foamy rests together. Spray some IPA on my towel, like we have here. To make sure that all rests of detergents also are gone, and the cleaner it is, the better the dressing, in this case Koch Chemie's Hydroplast Care, will adhere and will stick to that clean textured finish. So the cool thing about this, that stainy kind of finish, is completely clean now. It doesn't stain anymore. Hydroplast Care, water dilutable plastic care. Where's the English part? A water. I'm going for medium gloss. So let's dilute it 1 to 2. I already have here a bottle filled with 100 ml of clean water. So 1 to 2 should be adding 50 ml of product, which is half of this dosing cap. That's 2 parts water and 1 part of product. Let's twist on the sprayer, shake. Then here I've got an applicator. So let's see how this goes. The cool thing about this dressing is it feels immediately dry to the touch, so it's completely not slippery or greasy. And what also is a big plus now is that you take it for a drive and there is some dust and sand in the air. It doesn't cling to the surface anymore. That's really a big plus. So for some reason, when it's so nicely dressed, I don't know if it's only me or you recognize this, but then I always want to touch it. So not sure if that's a detailer thing or not, but I have to behave myself a little bit better. What I really like here now is we've got that nice dark and even finish on this textured black bumper. And that whole wobbly effect, that whole stainy effect that we actually saw there is gone. I assume the reason for that is that the car is 4 or 5 years old, it's standing outside. Sometimes a dressing is being applied to keep it on black, but then you apply it without really cleaning it first. So you apply it on a dirty surface, then you may have rain. The rain causes some runoff because that dressing cannot really stick perfectly on a dirty surface. Now, and that cycle goes over time in 4 or 5 years, and then you try to keep up with it and apply something to protect and maintain, but not perfect. So this is where you get that wobbly effect from, that stainy effect. So we cleaned that with the melamine sponge and the Koch Chemie's greenstar, and we rinsed it often actually in the rinsing bucket on the mid-slide. We can also see that actually in the water. Now it's not completely clean and clear anymore. It was completely clean tap water, but it's a little bit, I would say, trouble. Not sure what the English word for that is, but Max will figure it out. And so yeah, that did really a good job on these melamine sponges. We could also see what we took off, and then we scrubbed it clean over the mid-slide. Then we used the IPA from D Con to spray it on a towel and then prep it with that so that all, let's say, soapy and alkaline ingredients are gone that were on the surface. And with that part, we could also see that already the stainy effect was gone, so it was completely clean, probably ABS plastic texture. And then we diluted the Koch HPC, so Hydro Plus Care 1 to 2, so 1 part product with 2 parts water for that medium gloss finish. I have to say it really worked out nice because personally I'm not the biggest fan of glossy plastics and rubbers on a car. Yeah, and the cool thing about it is when you apply it and you wipe away that excess material, it's immediately dry. So if the car goes outside and we take it for a drive, then no dust or no particles will adhere to the finish. So that was this video. If you like trim restoration, you maybe also like tire dressings. And we also made a video about matte setting or gloss finishes of tires. And if you click on the pop-up banner, you can watch that video too. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you guys and girls in the next one. Bye bye.